If you're over 60, your heart has already worked more than 2 billion beats for you. The last thing it needs is a daily splash of the wrong cooking oil quietly clogging the highways that feed your heart and brain. Today we're going to make oil choices crystal clear. No scare tactics, no trendy fads, just what actually helps your arteries stay open, flexible, and strong. By the end, you'll know which oils to dump, which to keep, and how to cook in a way that protects your heart, supports your memory, and keeps you active for the long run. Think of your arteries as living garden hoses. On the inside is a silky lining called the endothelium, your body's Teflon. It helps blood glide, releases a gas called nitric oxide to keep vessels relaxed, and tells platelets not to stick. When that lining is irritated by years of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, smoking, or certain fat and cholesterol patterns, it shifts from slippery to sticky. Tiny rough patches appear, and the body sends a repair crew. A little repair is normal. Trouble starts when the site becomes a construction zone that never shuts down. Now picture LDL cholesterol as delivery trucks carrying fat packages to your cells. Big, buoyant trucks usually roll past. Small, dense trucks are more likely to slip into those rough patches. If they linger, oxygen can damage them. Imagine the trucks rusting. Your immune system notices and dispatches white blood cells to clean up. Those cells gobble the damaged LDL, turn into puffy foam cells, and get stuck under the lining. Over months to years, foam cells pile into fatty streaks, then a mound called a plaque. A fibrous cap grows over the mound as your body tries to wall it off. Two problems follow. First, the mound narrows the passageway, so blood must squeeze through, like water through a kinked hose. Second, if the cap cracks, a clot can form on top like a scab inside the pipe and suddenly block flow. That emergency is a heart attack or certain strokes. None of this happens overnight. It's the sum of many small nudges in the wrong direction. So, what are those nudges? Big blood sugar spikes, long stretches of sitting, poor sleep, high blood pressure left unchecked, and yes, unhelpful fat patterns, especially when oils are heated harshly or reused. The goal isn't to fear all fat. It's to protect the endothelium, shrink the number of small, easily oxidized LDL particles, and calm the low-grade inflammation that keeps the repair crew on duty. When we do that, arteries stay springy and blood flows freely. Diet is one lever you control every day, and cooking oil is a small lever with big effects. Fats behave differently in the body and in the pan. Saturated fats common in butter, ghee, lard, coconut, and palm oils tend to raise LDL, which can feed plaque growth. Unsaturated fats from plant oils, nuts, seeds, and fish often help the opposite way. They support HDL and keep cell membranes flexible. But type isn't the whole story. How you heat an oil matters too. When oil is pushed past its comfort zone, it smokes and breaks apart. Those breakdown products include reactive compounds that irritate the artery lining. Reheating the same oil using a deep fryer day after day speeds the damage. The oil darkens because it's oxidizing and polymerizing. That's why deep-fried foods, especially from reused oil, deliver more than extra calories. They deliver stress signals your vessels don't need. Here's the safer picture. Match the oil to the job. For everyday sautéing and roasting, extra virgin olive oil works well at moderate heat and brings protective plant compounds. For hotter tasks, pick a more stable option, such as a high oleic oil peanut, avocado, or high oleic sunflower divided by safflower. Watch for cues. You want a gentle shimmer, not smoke. If it smokes, the chemistry is turning against you. Lower the heat or start fresh. Limit exposure time. Long, sizzling baths create more breakdown than quick cooking with a thin film. Oven roast, grill, steam, or air fry more often, and reserve deep frying for rare treats. Treat frying oil as one and done at home. Don't store a pot of used oil by the stove. And mind portions. A tablespoon glug can become 3. Measure with a spoon or a small squeeze bottle and aim for a light sheen, not a puddle. In short, the oils most likely to damage arteries are those that raise LDL when used daily, or any oil that's pushed to smoke, reheated, or reused. The protective pattern, modest amounts of the right oil, matched to the heat, inside meals built from vegetables, whole grains, and fish. That keeps the endothelium calm and blood flowing. Research and plain English takeaways. Industrial trans fats, once common in stick margarines and commercial shortenings, consistently worsen cholesterol and raise heart disease risk. The FDA determined that partially hydrogenated oils are not safe in food and set a 2018 manufacturing cutoff, with a brief extension to clear old inventory by the 1st of January 2020. Bottom line, these should not be in the food supply anymore. If you still see partially hydrogenated in an ingredient list on old or imported products, put it back. Replacing saturated fats like butter, lard, coconut, and palm oils with unsaturated fats from plant oils, nuts, and seeds lowers LDL and cardiovascular events. This isn't a trend. It's one of the most consistent findings in nutrition science and has been reaffirmed by the American Heart Association. Eating in a Mediterranean pattern lots of vegetables, beans, whole grains, nuts, and using extra virgin olive oil has been shown to reduce major cardiovascular events. In large randomized trials, people assigned to a Mediterranean diet plus extra virgin olive oil or nuts had fewer heart problems than those told to eat a low-fat diet. Overheating or repeatedly reusing oil, especially very polyunsaturated frying oils, creates toxic aldehydes like HNE and other oxidation products that can stress cells and blood vessels. Home tip: don't keep a pot of dark, sticky oil by the stove. Once it smells sharp or looks brown and thick, it's time to discard. Seed oils often spark online controversy. The bulk of high-quality evidence shows that when these oils replace saturated fat, heart risk goes down, not up. The bigger issue is how you use them. Avoid deep frying and reheating the same oil. Use modest amounts and focus on whole foods. Harvard Health, The Washington Post. The worst offenders for your arteries. Let's be precise. Here are the oils and practices most likely to harm artery health. Any oil with industrial trans fat. These were primarily partially hydrogenated oils. They're effectively removed from U.S. manufacturing, but double-check older pantry items or imported goods. If the ingredients list says partially hydrogenated, do not buy it. Reused deep frying oils. At restaurants and at home, oil that's been heated, cooled, and reheated breaks down and accumulates toxic byproducts. The darker and stickier the oil, the more gunk you're eating. If you must fry, use fresh oil, keep the temperature reasonable, and don't reuse it. Commercial shortening and hard stick margarines, older formulations. Many old-school shortenings were high in trans fats. Modern versions often swap trans fat for palm oil, which is high in saturated fat. Either way, not great for arteries. Choose a soft tub spread made with unsaturated oils, or, better yet, use olive oil where possible. Tropical oils used as everyday go-to fats. Coconut and palm oils are mostly saturated fat. A teaspoon here and there won't sink the ship, but using them as your default cooking fat isn't heart smart, especially if your LDL is elevated. Replacing them with unsaturated oils is the move that helps your arteries. Animal fats for cooking: butter, ghee, bacon grease, tallow. Flavorful, yes, but high in saturated fat. Keep them as occasional flavor accents, not daily frying fats. If your doctor has asked you to lower LDL, swapping these for unsaturated oils is one of the simplest wins. Part 1. Better choices and when to use them. Think of your oils like tools in a drawer. Different jobs, different tools. Your everyday do almost everything tool is extra virgin olive oil EVOO. Use it for salad dressings, roasting vegetables, gentle sautéing, or drizzling over warm dishes just before serving. EVOO brings polyphenols, the plant antioxidants that help calm inflammation, support flexible blood vessels, and protect the delicate lining inside your arteries. That's one reason Mediterranean-style eating lots of vegetables, beans, whole grains, fish, nuts, and olive oil keeps showing heart benefits in large studies reported in places like the New England Journal of Medicine and summarized often by Harvard Health. In plain English, swapping butter or coconut oil for EVOO most days is a quiet gift to your heart. How to get the best from EVOO? Buy a dark glass bottle, store it away from heat and sunlight, and aim to finish it within a couple of months after opening. For cooking, keep the heat moderate. Look for a gentle shimmer, not smoke. Roasting vegetables? Toss them with a small spoon of EVOO salt, pepper, and herbs. High oven heat is fine because the food's moisture helps protect the oil. For stovetop sautéing, heat the pan first, add a teaspoon of EVOO, then the food. You'll use less oil and keep flavors bright. For dressings, whisk 3 parts EVOO with 1 part vinegar or lemon, a little mustard, and a pinch of salt. Simple, delicious, artery-friendly. Taste tip. Real EVOO has personality, peppery, grassy, sometimes a pleasant bite at the back of the throat. That bite is from polyphenols doing their job. If oil smells stale, waxy, or like crayons, it's on its way out. Keep EVOO as your daily default, and you'll automatically nudge meals toward a heart-smart pattern without feeling like you're on a diet. Part 2. Better choices and when to use them. For hotter pans, reach for a sturdier tool. Canola, peanut, avocado, or high oleic sunflower divided by safflower oil. High oleic on the label means the oil is bred from more heat-stable fats, so it resists breaking down when you stir-fry or sear. Use these when you want quick, high-heat cooking. Think of fast vegetable stir-fry, searing salmon, or giving chicken a light golden crust. Even so, avoid long deep fries. Extended high heat pushes any oil toward smoke and creates harsh byproducts. Harvard Health's guidance is simple. Use unsaturated, plant-based oils for most cooking, and keep the hot and fast methods brief. Walnut and flaxseed oils are your finishing tools, never the blowtorch. They're rich in plant omega-3 seconds that help dial down inflammation and support heart and brain health. But they're delicate. Drizzle them on salads, cooked grains, yogurt bowls, or blended soups after cooking. Do not heat them in a pan. Always store these bottles in the refrigerator, cap tightly, and buy small sizes. If they smell fishy, grassy, gone bad, or like putty, they've turned rancid. Time to replace. A practical setup that works for most seniors. Keep 3 oils on hand. 1 good EVOO for daily cooking and dressings. 1 high-heat option avocado, peanut, or high oleic sunflower divided by safflower for quick searing and stir-fry nights. And 1 small bottle of walnut or flaxseed oil for finishing. Measure with a teaspoon or small squeeze bottle. You'll be surprised how little you need when you cook with moderate heat and add bright flavor from herbs, citrus, garlic, chili flakes, or vinegar. Quick recap you can use today. EVO equals everyday hero for flavor and arteries. High oleic oil equals hot pan helper for short, fast cooking. Walnut divided by flax equals finishing touch for omega-3 support. Match the tool to the job, keep oils fresh, avoid smoke and reuse, and your arteries will thank you every single meal. Everyday examples and micro stories. Part 1. Harold's Sunday potatoes. Harold loved his Sunday potatoes the old way. Cubes dropped into a pot of oil he kept on the stove all month. The kitchen smelled heavy, the oil turned darker each week, and the cleanup felt endless. We gave his ritual a gentle makeover. He preheats the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, lines a sheet pan, and tosses 2 cups of potato cubes with 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil, a pinch of salt, cracked pepper, rosemary, and a clove of minced garlic. The potatoes go down in a single layer cut side, touching the pan for maximum crisp, and roast 20 minutes. Flip once, then finish 10 to 15 minutes until edges are golden. The house smells fresh and herby, not fried. He adds a squeeze of lemon at the end and serves with plain yogurt stirred with mustard. Same crunch, far less oil breakdown, no pot of used oil by the stove. After a couple of months, his post-dinner walk up the driveway feels lighter. Small swaps, repeated, do real work. Part 2. Mary's grilled cheese upgrade. Mary's go-to lunch for the grandkids was grilled cheese, slicked in butter. Comforting, yes, but a daily habit that added up. Now she lays out 2 slices of whole grain bread, brushes the outside with a teaspoon of olive oil per slice, and builds the inside with thin cheddar, a handful of baby spinach, and 2 tomato slices patted dry. A non-stick or well-seasoned cast iron pan goes on medium heat. She warms the sandwich gently 3 to 4 minutes per side, covering the pan for the last minute so the cheese melts before the bread overbrowns. The result is a crisp shell, stretchy center, and a bright, savory bite from the tomato. On busier days, she swaps in avocado slices or roasted peppers, or adds a spoon of pesto for big flavor with minimal oil. Served with a mug of simple tomato soup, it still feels like comfort food, just friendlier to the heart and easier to clean up. A simple 7-day oil swap plan. Day 1. Replace butter on toast with a soft olive oil spread. Day 2. Roast a tray of vegetables with 1 tablespoon EVOO, salt, pepper, and herbs. Day 3. Make salad dressing. 3 tablespoons EVOO plus 1 tablespoon vinegar plus mustard plus pinch of salt. Day 4. Stir fry with peanut or high oleic sunflower oil. Keep heat moderate, cook fast. Day 5. Soup night, add a drizzle of olive oil at the end for flavor instead of frying aromatics long. Day 6. Fish Friday, bake salmon. Let the fish supply healthy fat. Add only a teaspoon of oil. Day 7. Brunch omelet, nonstick pan. A teaspoon of oil, pile in veggies. Finish with a spoon of salsa instead of extra oil. Quick Q&A myths. Is olive oil only for cold dishes? No, extra virgin olive oil handles everyday stovetop cooking well if you keep the heat reasonable. Many Mediterranean homes saute with EVOO daily. Are seed oils toxic? The best evidence says when seed oils replace saturated fats, heart risk trends down. The problem is often deep-fried and ultra-processed foods, not a tablespoon of oil in a home skillet. What about coconut oil? Everyone says it's healthy. Coconut oil raises LDL. If you enjoy the flavor, use it sparingly, not as your main cooking fat. Do I need to go low-fat? Not necessarily. It's the type of fat and the whole dietary pattern that matter most. Mediterranean-style eating with olive oil and nuts reduced cardiovascular events in trials. A short shopping list. Keep extra virgin olive oil for daily use. 1 heat-tolerant oil, peanut, avocado, or high oleic sunflower, divided by safflower, for hotter cooking. Small bottles of walnut or flaxseed oil for finishing. Store properly and buy sizes you'll finish in a month or 2. Limit butter, ghee, lard, coconut, and palm as everyday cooking fats. Avoid anything listing partially hydrogenated oils and any dark, old, or reused frying oil. Closing motivation. Your heart doesn't ask for perfection, just better patterns repeated. Every time you swap a frying pan full of old oil for a tray of roasted vegetables glistening with a spoon of olive oil, you tell your arteries, I've got your back. When you choose grilled over deep-fried or drizzle a salad instead of drowning it, you're investing in steady energy for your walks, a clear head for your conversations, and a strong pulse for the people you love. Start with one change this week. Pick the oil that serves your heart, not the other way around. Small choices, made often, become protection you can feel in your breath, in your steps, and in the quiet confidence that your heart is getting the care it deserves. Quick note, this video is educational and not medical advice. If you have heart disease, high cholesterol, or take medications that affect fats, check with your healthcare provider about personal targets. Want me to